Welcome back, BKrew. It's your B-Noise, same old Kemo.
And same old Bana. So today we are doing our very first story time. So most of y'all already probably know, if y'all follow us on social media, we are actually celebrating our 4-year anniversary together. So what we are going to do is share 2 of our favorite stories of our relationship so far. So I'll go first. Okay, so I am very big on communicating when it comes to relationships and being consistent and all that good stuff. So whenever I met Kemo, it was around April or May-ish. And I was supposed to be in my last semester of college. But I found out that one of my classes, they weren't giving it, or they weren't allowing it during the summer, so I actually had to take it during fall semester. So basically, I realized that I had to be there for another semester. And I was super sad because I thought I was gonna be able to basically be home and like graduate, and I was gonna graduate that summer, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, be with me.
Anyways, we're like in a lovey-dovey stage. So when I told my parents about the situation with my school, I was still pretty down about 1, not graduating when I thought I was, and 2, basically being away from Kemo. And he calmed down. So I remember him basically making sure that we'll always see each other every weekend. And I was like, I can't come every weekend back to Dallas because it's about an hour and 15 minutes away.
She didn't even think I was going to see her every week.
I really didn't. And he was like, it's fine, like we'll work it out. He's like, we'll alternate every other weekend. So he'll come one weekend, next weekend I'll come back to Dallas the next weekend. And come to find out, that entire semester we saw each other every single weekend, and he kept his word. And I remember actually there was one incident, and now that I think of it, I am so selfish for even being this way at that time. But so I had came to Dallas one weekend, and I stayed with him at his apartment, and he had told me it was a Friday night, and he was like, hey, I'm just letting you know, I'm gonna play football with my friends tomorrow.
Y'all know I love my football.
So anyways, I was like, so what am I gonna do all day? And he was like, just go hang out with your friends. And I was like, you don't get it. My friends have plans already. Like, fine, I'm just gonna just sit here and just do nothing and try to make him feel so guilty.
I only need 2 hours of football.
And I guess I thought like I couldn't like do nothing, or yeah, basically. And I couldn't really do much because like I was struggling in college and stuff, so I was like, I'm just gonna sit home and do nothing. He gonna leave me. He promised me he gonna spend every weekend with me. So I remember he left and I was really upset, and then he came back. But I remember when he came back, and I knew around the time he told me he'd come back, I was like peeking out the blinds, and he was like racing up the 3rd floor and would like have this like case of like, I don't know, like wine coolers. And he comes up and he was like, I'm so sorry. He was like, I couldn't even concentrate playing football because I left you here by yourself, and I told you that we're gonna spend every weekend together, and it's my fault, and I'm really sorry. But now I think of it and I was like, ew, like I was so selfish. He plays football every weekend and Tuesdays now. So I know how much football means to him, but I guess at that time we didn't see each other during the week, and on the weekends I expected every moment with him. Every moment. And if he didn't, then he like didn't keep his promise. Ugh, just thinking about it, I'm like, get out of the house. Okay. So that's my favorite story, basically, that he kept his word and we basically saw each other every weekend. Just joking.
Alright, so.
Oh, Lord.
The time we all been waiting for, Kemo's story. Because I got some stories. But my all-time favorite story. Some of you may have heard, some of you may already know this story, but bypass that. These are for the viewers that have not known this story. So, as many of you know, Bana is a huge Justin Timberlake fan.
I am.
So, Justin Timberlake was going on tour. What was that, our first year or second year?
I think our second year.
Our second year. He was coming on tour, and it was coming to Dallas in December. So, me being the lovely romantic boyfriend that I am, I was like, I need to get these tickets. So, nothing was about to stop me from getting these tickets. The only thing was stopping me was the price. Now, for most of you that don't know, because I didn't know, Justin Timberlake is kind of a big deal.
He's a huge deal.
His prices were ridiculous. Like, it was like Michael Jackson prices. And I know he's up there, but at that point, I did not know that he rarely tours and he just is an amazing entertainer. So, long story short, basically, I had contacted a coworker and I had a conversation about Justin Timberlake tickets, and he told me that his cousin was actually selling some Justin Timberlake tickets. I'm like, cool, you know, where are they at? He's like, they're on the floor. I was like, perfect. Me being a person that I am, I spoil her. If we go somewhere, it's usually on the floor. It's pretty close. So I was like, okay, cool. How much are you selling the tickets? This fool told me he was selling the tickets for about $1,000. Now, mind you, I had bills.
I had no idea, by the way. I had no idea he spent that money till like months after the concert. Until this day, I'm so pissed that he spent that money. I'm appreciative, but I'm pissed.
So, it was $1,000 for a pair of tickets. It was on the floor. I want to say it was probably like 10th or 11th row, dead center, and it was $1,000. So me working where I was working, I wasn't making that much money. I had so many bills, and I was like, I need to find a way to get this money. And me and him had basically made a payment plan. So I was like, cool, you know, I'm gonna get the money to you, and we're gonna make this happen. So, long story short, there were times to where I would go to this local plasma center. And for most of you that don't know what plasma is, I guess it's basically they're drawing blood from you, and they're separating the plasma from your blood. So they're giving you your blood back, but they're taking the plasma out. So I did that for honestly a good 3 to 4 weeks, maybe once or twice a week, and I was getting maybe $40-50 out of it.
Had no idea. No idea.
Oh, okay. So as I was making payments, I was like, cool, you know, the concert's coming. It's December now. She's excited. I already told her I got her tickets. I told her that I got 4 tickets. So I'm like, I need to continue to make this happen. She knows she's going to be excited. I don't have the tickets in my possession as of right now because I haven't made the last payment. So the day of the concert comes. And the day of the concert, I'm telling her, hey, I got to run some errands. I will see you later tonight. She was like, okay, cool, fine. So she's getting dolled up and ready. I'm about $40.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm about $40 short right now. So I'm like, okay, I need to go make this last plasma trip, and so I can go ahead and give this guy this money, because, you know, I thought my check was going to cover it, but it just wasn't happening at that time. So I go to the plasma center. I'm like, okay, come on, one more time. I'm feeling like a druggie at this time. So I'm like, all right. And they over there, you know, coming in, I'm like, ooh, this is for her, this is for her. I'm terrified of needles. I am scared of needles. And I'm scared of, and every time they pop it in, I'm like, ooh. So they're over there drawing blood. I get the money. So I meet the guy, and I basically get the tickets, and I get all the stuff.
This right before the concert?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember.
So I meet up with the guy. I get the tickets. I get the goodie bags, because it came with a whole VIP like gift of everything. Came with posters, T-shirts,
bags.
USBs. It was good. A bunch of goodies. So it was worth it. And I kind of felt nervous because I'm like, okay, it's this guy's cousin. So I'm like, he could just screw me out because I've been paying him for a long time, and he could just gave it away. I met up with the guy. I picked up the stuff, and then I headed to my house. So I headed back to my apartment, and she was there. She was getting ready. She was done. So she had made drinks. And
of course, before a concert.
She had made, you know...
It was drinks like shots.
She had made adult drinks. And for most of you that do know, what happens if you get blood drawn out?
You're weak. And
basically,
he didn't eat.
Basically, I didn't eat all day. I didn't eat all day. And I had blood just taken out of me. So basically, she's over here handing me shots, handing me alcohol drinks.
Like, yeah, JT just drinking.
And, you know, I'm being a man that I am. You know, I'm like, okay, cool. But it didn't hit me until literally like 20 seconds later to all of it just boom. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, I'm a little tipsy. Let's just go to this concert. So we end up going to the concert. She's having a good time. I'm having a good time. But toward like the middle of the concert, I'm like, I'm getting dizzy. I need to go get some water. So.
But you said you need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. So I told her I was going to the bathroom. I'm like, hey, I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. She said, okay, cool. So I'm hearing her songs. You know, she's listening to her favorite song. She's having a good time.
He left until the end of time. And it was like a super sweet romantic song. And everyone's booed up with their boyfriend. I'm just like, where'd he go? And he took forever.
So as I'm going to the bathroom, I noticed I needed some water. So mind you, I just gave this guy my last $40. So I'm like, I need water. I don't know how I'm going to get water. They don't have water fountains at these venues. So I wasn't going to go to the bathroom sink or anything. So I went up to the concession stand. I was like, hey, I need some water. They're like, okay, it's going to be $6. I said, no, I need a cup of water. They're like, sir, we can't do that. I was like, you don't understand, lady. I'm dizzy. I need water. So she was like, well, maybe you need to go see the paramedics and the EMTs and stuff. So I'm like literally just like damn near fainting. And I end up going to the EMTs. I'm like, hey, man, I can't feel anything. I'm tipsy. I didn't eat anything. I got blood drawn on me. So I'm sitting in the EMTs. They done popped me with some more stuff. With more needles. And over there trying to get me hydrated. And mind you, I'm gone for a good 30 to 40 minutes. And
I'm literally texting him. Like, because I get worried pretty easily. So I'm like, okay, it doesn't take that long for him to use the restroom. So I'm like texting him. And when you're in concerts, you barely have signal. So like nothing's sending. Yo. And I'm just like, what is going on? And I'm kind of mad at this point. Because I'm like, where is he? He's not enjoying this concert with me. What the heck?
So I ended up coming back. I'm hydrated. I'm good now. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's just go down. I know I'm gonna have to do this walk of shame and explain where the hell I've been. So I ended up going down. And she was like, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. You know, just use the restroom. Not telling her what the hell just happened. And so we ended up enjoying the concert, having a good time. I end up staying for the rest of the concert, hydrated now. And then we end up going home. She had one of the best times of her life.
Best concert ever.
I enjoyed it, and it was just definitely a story that will always stick with me.
Don't ever do that again. Ever. But it was fun, and I just remember him I don't know what made you tell me about it. But
I remember
I think we just started talking about it maybe. I don't remember. No, but it was a while later.
I remember telling her, you don't know what I had to go through to
get
these
and I'm
tickets.
Like, what is it?
She's like, what you have to do? I'm like, you have no idea. All right, BKrew, we thank you so much for watching this video, watching our stories, listening to our stories.
First story time.
First story time on many story times. We got a bunch of stories to tell you. So, hopefully, you enjoyed it and you're enjoying your Father's Day. I want to wish Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And then all the mothers, the single mothers out there that,
does both roles.
Does both roles.
So happy Father's Day to everyone.
Happy Father's Day to everybody. And as always, you can catch us on the same day.
And on the same channel.
With Shabinoy, same old chemo.
And same old Bana.
Peace.